you've had a really good season. I've seen you winning a lot of events, and today you and Andrew turned up at the same event, pre-nationals. It's like a pre-nationals man-on-man sort of thing.
Yeah.
But you two, just watching you chat for a long time, there's obviously a great bond between you two as well.
Yeah. We, I think we identify with each other, quite well. Andy's a really nice, friendly guy, and it's. I think the whole hill climbing scene is very, very friendly. Everyone just does, the best that they can do in the race, and then everyone's sort of happy for everyone else when they do well or do a personal best, and it's a really friendly rivalry we've got going on. So it's really nice.
You learn from each other.
I think so. Yeah, I think everyone who's kind of at the pointy end does their homework and does their analysis, and you can certainly learn a lot from from the guys that are going well. So I'm sure that applies to us both as well.
And looking ahead to the nationals, it's an iconic climb, not been done since 1980. I mean, everyone's talking about it. I mean, as soon as it was announced, it was the hype. That must be a really special event to look forward to.
Yeah, definitely. I'm originally sort of from Holmfirth, so not a million miles away from there. So I used to do a fair bit of riding in that kind of, Castleton, Hobie, Dale sort of area. So I know the climb quite well. And as you say, it's just an iconic venue. It's almost like an amphitheatre, for a hill climb. So I'm not surprised everyone's really looking forward to it. And I think it'll be an amazing spot for the
How does it suit you? Because I talk to people like Dan Evans and Adam Gehme and a lot of others, and they all have climbs that sort of suit their particular efforts that they can do. How's Winnerts for you?
I think it's pretty good. Starts off sort of at a medium gradient, I would say, and then it just picks up and up to the finish. I tend to go well because I'm a lighter weight rider. I tend to go well, the steeper it gets. So from that point of view, it's. Most of the climb should play into my strengths, I think. But I think that's the same. I think that's true for Andrew and any of these other guys that you mentioned as well. So I'd say it suits me pretty well. I think it's one of the climbs I would pick if I was to say, this is something that suits my strengths.
And being such a lightweight climber, I guess. The heavier you are, probably the more weight you can carry on your bike. I don't know, but for hill climbing. But yourself, how much work has gone into the bike to get it as light as possible for that sort of effort?
Yeah, quite a lot. I think the bike's weighing in about 5.5 kilos, so you do see some people that have a bike sort of sub 5. That's just involves spending kind of ridiculous amounts of money usually. So I think the bike that I've got is good for the sort of investment that I've sort of put into it, I suppose. There are obvious places I could potentially get it lighter, but then again you're sometimes compromising stiffness and stability and reliability and things like that as well. So I think there's a balance to be struck.
No cutting half the brake lever off.
Yeah, exactly. I'll take kind of marginal gains to a limit, but I don't want to go sort of too far and have things feel quite weird when you jump on the bike, because I do tend to just ride the bike for hill climb, so it's somewhat alien to me when I get on there on race day a little bit, so I don't want it to be out of this world different. So I think I'm happy with the bike. I've had some good results this year on it, so I don't think it's holding me back at all.
And the hill climb season, it's only short, so I guess that's a good thing. You don't get stale. You get into it. You can go out and attack the races and before you know, the nationals on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a nice kind of condensed period to actually train for, and then maintain your form throughout. I think by the end, by the time nationals comes around, everyone's kind of tapering off and potentially looking forward to it being finished, because it's a pretty intense period. You've got travel and nerves and everything else associated with every race, especially if you're trying to almost race every weekend. But at the same time, it's nice to just have a very focused period of the year that you can work towards, and then maintain some good shape throughout. And then the racing itself helps you to maintain form and find that last few percent anyway. So it's good little season there.
What's been your highlight so far then, leading up to the Nationals now?
I mean, I would say setting some course records is always nice because you can sort of, or,
Well, breaking Andy's course record, that must
well,
have been.
yeah. I mean, any time you can go just faster than Andy, never mind
Yeah.
break a course record is really nice. So Mam Nick, which is obviously just over the other side of the hill from Winnets, was I had a good ride there, and then a couple around here as well, kind of in Halifax, where I felt like I went quite well. I think whenever you kind of just produce the numbers and produce the result that you know you're capable of is always a nice feeling.
Yeah. Looking forward to next weekend then.
Absolutely.
Have you got any more other I know Andy's riding tomorrow.
I'm riding the same
You're
one as
riding the
Andy,
same
so
race.
yeah, we're up
So
at
it's
Nick
a
and Pendle.
revenge ride on today.
Yeah.
Only a second in it, so there's not much between you.
No, not at all. No, I think we were just talking about it now. There's really nothing to separate, and when you look at the speed differences, it's sometimes like 0.1 of a mile an hour. So it's
Do
literally.
you look back at the ride and think, where could I have got that?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm always kind of thinking like, what could I have potentially done better? Try and learn from every ride that you do. So yeah, it was obviously very close today, and tomorrow is not too far off. Duration wise, I think it's a little bit longer and a bit steeper potentially. So how that changes the results, if it does at all, would be interesting to see.
Yeah, no, I look forward to seeing that result.
Yeah.